Good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
You have energy. Okay. Children, we started with the new chapter, Why Do We Fall Ill? And we understood that just by being free of diseases, a person cannot be in good health. And what was the definition that we discussed about health? Who can define it? The definition given by WHO? Rudra? Nice stop, Rudra. Yes, now tell me the answer.
The health
Hmm.
of
State of complete PMS. Health is a state of complete
physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence
of disease or illness. A state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or illness. So just by being free of diseases, we cannot be in good health. There are different aspects of health. We should be mentally and socially fit along with physical fitness. And let's see more about diseases today. How do we know that you have got some disease, children? How do you know?
Symptoms.
You will develop some symptoms and signs. And if you approach a doctor, suppose you are having throat pain, high temperature, or what else, feeling so tired. So when you go near the doctor, what he will do? What he will ask you? Usually, if you're going to the doctor with some illness, what the doctor will do?
They will ask the symptoms.
Keep on asking the doubts, whether you have high temperature or it is persistent fever or fever at regular intervals, or you have cough, chest pain, congestion, all that, whether it is dry cough. Am I right? Why he is asking you all these?
To know what?
To understand, to diagnose the disease. Sometimes just by analyzing the symptoms, he will come to know which disease you are suffering from. But at times, he will ask for a test. Some laboratory test, he will suggest for a test to confirm the disease. But at times, just from the symptoms, he can make out what disease you are suffering from. So he will ask you to list out all the symptoms. So symptoms and signs of a disease will be analyzed for diagnosing the disease. Symptoms are those which you can feel, and signs are those which others can make out. Just by looking at you, others can make out that you are not healthy or you are having some illness. So those are signs, and what you feel, what you can feel, what the patient can feel, those are the symptoms. Anyway, symptoms and signs will help the doctor to diagnose the disease. And we also feel that something is going wrong in our body, or something is wrong with my body. So based on the symptoms, we understand that when there is a disease, either the functioning or appearance of one or more systems of the body will change for worse. The functioning of the body can change, or even the appearance of, you have different body systems, organ systems. So their appearance, so their functioning can change. And that is how you understand that you're not feeling well. And all these changes brought about in your body will give rise to symptoms and signs. And that indicate that something is wrong with our body. Different symptoms which could be established during the disease condition. Some of the common symptoms are headache, cough, loose motion, or a wound with pus. All these are some indications of a disease. These are actually symptoms, not disease, but certain symptoms and signs which will help the doctor to identify the disease or to diagnose the disease. Headache, cough. Then loose motion or wounds with a pus, all these are some of the symptoms. These symptoms indicate that there is a disease, but they don't indicate what the disease is, because for different diseases there can be same symptoms. Even a headache can be associated with so many diseases. Even when you are tired or stressed, you can develop headache. When you're tensed or stressed, you may get headache. Am I right? But this headache can be the symptom of minor to severe disease. Even for brain tumor, the symptom can be there, or along with viral fever, you can get it, or with common cold, you can have headache, or when you're stressed, you can get headache. So we should not diagnose the disease ourselves based on the symptoms. So when you develop symptoms, you should understand that something is going wrong with my body. I am sick, and then you have to approach a doctor for diagnosing. So they have their own methods by means of which they will analyze these symptoms and find out what disease you are suffering from. Symptoms definitely indicate that you are suffering from a disease, but not what the disease is. You cannot identify or diagnose the disease ourselves. You have to approach a doctor for that. Symptoms indicate that there may be a disease, but they don't indicate what the disease is.
Can you show the last slide?
Yes. Last slide, last sentence. That is very important. Symptoms indicate, when you develop some symptoms that indicate that there may be a disease, but they don't indicate what the disease is, because same symptoms can be associated with several diseases. But the symptoms indicate that something is going wrong with my or with our body, and you need to consult a doctor for the diagnosis. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
1 minute. Okay, ma'am.
Now we are going to learn about the classification of diseases. There are different ways by means of which you can classify diseases based on the causative organism, based on whether they spread or not, and based on whether they are by birth or caused by some deficiency of vitamins and minerals. So there are different ways of classifying the diseases. But here we are going to learn about classifying diseases based on its duration, how long it lasts. So based on that, we can classify diseases into acute and chronic. Diseases can be categorized into acute and chronic diseases based on its duration, how long these diseases last. So based on that, we can categorize them into acute and chronic diseases. Acute diseases last for a short period of time, and they don't cause much effects on our health. Once you are recovered from the disease, you will be perfectly okay. Once again, it will last only for a short period of time and will not cause any drastic or adverse effect on our health. Example, common cold. After 1 week, you will be perfectly okay. There won't be any long-lasting effects of having that particular disease. So such diseases which last only for a short period of time without causing any drastic effects on your health, you call as acute diseases. Children, are you learning angles in mathematics?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
What is acute angle? What is meant by an acute angle?
it's less than 90.
Less than 90 degree. So relate with that, and acute means small. Acute angle less than 90 degree. So acute diseases last only for a short period of time, so that you will not confuse between acute and chronic. Chronic bachelor, you might have heard, no? There is a movie, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So chronic is something which is lasting for a long period of time. Chronic diseases last for a prolonged period with drastic long-term effects on our health. For example, diabetes. That will last for a long period of time, and there can be some impact, serious impacts on your health. The person can become very thin. He can feel so tired always, and he need medication for a long period of time. And in severe cases, it may not be completely curable. You can just adjust your diet, take medicines, and lead a normal life. So there are certain diseases which last for a long period of time, will not get cured very fast. And it can have some serious, long-lasting impacts on our health. So such diseases are chronic diseases. Even cancer can be considered as a chronic disease, diabetes, tuberculosis. So several diseases can be categorized or grouped under chronic diseases. Now we'll see a table depicting the differences between these two types of diseases. Very important. You can expect questions based on this topic. Okay, let me see who is going to learn it fast. I will give you a few minutes and let me see who can recollect all the points correctly. First point, last acute diseases last for a short period of time. Chronic diseases last for a long period of time. Next point, acute diseases do not cause any major effects on our health, whereas chronic diseases, they can cause long-term drastic effects on our health, affects our health very badly. Then third point, acute diseases do not lead to loss of weight or fatigue, because within a short span of time, we are getting completely recovered. So it will not lead to loss of weight or tiredness. Whereas chronic diseases, since the patient is suffering from this disease for a long period of time, it can affect his health very badly. It can result in loss of weight. It can cause tiredness. Then last point, patient recovers completely, like common cold or a viral fever, you get recovered from it completely. And once you're recovered, you'll be perfectly okay. Whereas chronic diseases, the patient generally, in some cases, they might recover, but generally they do not recover completely. So 4 points, I will list it out again and let me see who can recollect all these points. Once again, 4 points are there. Point number 1, I want you to learn along with me. Okay, first point. Acute diseases last for a short period of time. Chronic diseases last for a long period of time. Point number 2, do not cause any major effects on our health. Can cause long-term drastic effects on our health. That was point number 2. Point number 3, do not lead to loss of weight or fatigue. Chronic diseases, it can lead to loss of weight or fatigue. Fourth and final point, in acute diseases, complete recovery is possible, but in chronic diseases, the patient may not recover completely. In most of the cases, the patient will not recover completely. Some of the examples I told for acute diseases, common cold, viral fever, even chicken pox, after 14 days, you will be perfectly okay. Then chronic diseases, diabetes, cancer, tuberculosis, then what else? Filariasis or elephantiasis. That is another example for chronic disease. Clear? So shall I stop sharing? Let me check how many of you have learned. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Who is ready? Who is ready? All are ready. Asin, give me 1 point. Any 1 point of your choice. 1 point when I say, you have to tell both about acute and chronic disease. Only then 1 point becomes complete. Yes, Asin. Next point, wait. Next point, Vinayak will say. Be prepared. Yes, Asin.
Acute diseases last for short period of time and chronic.
Don't read Asin. Oh, okay.
Chronic diseases
correct.
Last period of time.
Last for a, last means it extends. Last for a long period of time. Very good. Who is going to say next? Vinayak. Yes, Vinayak, start.
Acute diseases do not cause any major.
I know you're reading from the movement of your eyes. Vinayak, wait.
Effects on health,
from the movement of your eyes, I can make out that you're reading from somewhere. Am I right?
No, ma'am.
Then say. Okay. Maybe my mistake. Yes, Vinay, start.
Do
Say.
not cause any major effects on our health.
Which one? Which disease?
Acute disease.
Okay. And chronic diseases?
Cause long-term drastic effects on our health.
You were not reading, no? You were recollecting it and saying. Okay. Steve, next point.
Acute disease do not lead
Don't
to
read. Let it be wrong, but you try to recollect what you saw earlier in the slide. Yes, Steve?
acute disease do not lead to loss of weight.
Good. Acute diseases do not lead to loss of weight or fatigue, whereas
Chronic disease lead to loss of weight.
okay. Last point, Krishnaveni.
Ma'am, the patient recovers completely in acute disease, and in chronic disease, the patient may not be recovered completely.
Good. Ashmit, example for both?
Acute and chronic.
Yes.
Acute disease, common cold. Chronic disease, diabetes.
Very good, very good. I'll take your attendance. Thank you, children. Next
Thank you,
class,
ma'am.
you revise what has been covered. And all those who were asked to prepare for the seminar, please be prepared. In case if I'm getting a substitution also, I'll be doing seminar. So don't come up with the excuse that we haven't prepared. Don't think about the date. Next class, all those who are assigned, please be prepared. Agreed? Krishnaveni? Okay. So thank you, children.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.